Hiya and welcome back to my channel. I'm Little Reads. Today I will continue to read this Goosebumps story. So I've been reading Why I'm Afraid of Bees for quite some time now. And if you guys haven't been watching, please do watch my previous videos to catch up on the story so far. And if you guys are new to my channel, you may not know that I am a dyslexic reader. So I may be making a few mistakes along the way, and I tend to realize when I'm making mistakes. So if the story sounds a bit weird sometimes, that's probably because I'm reading it slightly differently to the way the author intended. So please, I do apologize if I do make mistakes during this time, but please do hang in there with me and find out what happens next. Today I want to be carrying on reading. I'm reading chapter 11, and if you guys do want to make comments on the videos, please do so, because I love reading your comments. I think it's great, and without difficulty in reading books, so I tend to read quite slowly. If I'm reading slower than usual, then please do mind my reading. I will be reading fairly slowly, and I hope you guys enjoy the story. So, chapter 11. In the last chapter, we left Gary in the driveway trying to get his dad's attention. Let's see if he's had any luck in this episode. Okay. Dad, can you hear me? I cried joyfully. Dad, you've got to help me. My heart sank when Dad walked straight past me. I started talking straight past me and started talking to the fake Gary. Desperately, I started buzzing around and around their heads. Looks like Andretti's lost one of his workers. My dad laughed. He swatted at me with his rolled up newspaper. A near miss. I dotted away. Oh, right. The fake Gary laughed, pretending he knew what Dad was talking about. Andretti, let's help get dinner on, my dad said. He put a friendly hand on my former shoulder. Okay, son. Sure thing, Dad. Best pals, my dad and his phony son crossed the lawn and opened the screen door. Wait, I shouted, wait. a rocket. I shot through the air after them. If I really put the speed on, I thought I could make it through the door before it closed. Fast, faster, and bam! The screen door banged shut right on top of my tiny bee body. Once again, I sunk onto a deep pool of blackness. Oh, where am I? What happened? Am I still a bee? Dazed, I fought my way back to the real world. Then, when I was able to get my eyes open, I realized I was still a bee. A small, frail, slightly damaged bee who had narrowly missed being squashed, by a screen door. Now I was lying on my back on the grass in our lawn. My 6 legs were thrust in the air. I was clutched as a human, and I was clutched as a bee. I wailed. I tried to flip myself over. I've only been a bee for an hour, and I've almost been killed twice. I was clutched as a human, and I was clutched as a bee. I wailed. I tried to flip myself over. I've only been a bee for an hour, and I've almost been killed twice. I suddenly knew what I had to do. I had to get to Miss Carmen's office and tell her what had happened. I didn't know if I could do it, but I knew I had to try. I let out a small grunt and with a huge effort flipped over onto my stomach. Using all 5 of my eyes, I checked myself out. Both sets of wings be working. And all of my 6 legs were still there. Okay, I told myself, you can do it. Just try to just fly to person office and go inside. I flapped my wings and started to take off onto the air. But I'd only risen about an inch off the ground when I heard a sound that made my blood run cold. It was Claus the cat. With his long, sharp claws extended, he leaped through the air. I let out a squeal as he pounded on me, grabbed me in one paw and began to tighten his claw around my body. Oh gosh, this is the 3rd time Gary the bee has been caught in a jam and maybe almost killed as well. This has been a very bad story for Gary. He's really not having the best time of being a human or being a bee, which is really sad. But that is the end of chapter 11. We'll be reading chapter 12 next week. This is going to be chapter 12. We'll read chapter 12 soon, but I'm not going to read that today. We'll read that another time, and we can catch up on what happens to Gary and his claws actually get his paws wrapped around him, and see what happens to Claus and Gary next time. So guys, thanks for tuning in today again, and I hope you are enjoying my stories. If you guys have any suggestions about other stories that you would like me to read, I'll be really grateful, and I would love to hear your suggestions. And if you have any questions about dyslexia, please do comment in the comments below, and I will try and answer the question as best I can. And I would love for you guys to follow me and be part of the community, which would be amazing. Dyslexia, again, it's a strange and wonderful thing. It has its ups and its downs. People have very, very different experiences of being dyslexic, and a lot of the time people think they're dumb or they're silly or they're stupid, but there are a lot of dyslexic people out there, famous dyslexic people out there. And one famous guy at the moment, called Tom Holland, he's Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is dyslexic, and he is quite popular at the moment with his Spider-Man movie. Other actors are also dyslexic, like Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley, and famously Albert Einstein was also dyslexic, and he was one of the smartest men in the world. So being dyslexic isn't so bad. We are part of a community as well, and I would love for you guys to join me in the journey of me discovering reading and seeing how I get on. So yeah guys, please do subscribe and support me as well, and I will do my best to do my best with my reading and everything. So thanks guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon in the next chapter of the Goosebumps film. So I'll see you soon guys. Bye.